The National Basketball Association has witnessed a substantial increase in the number of overseas players entering and succeeding in the league over the course of the previous several decades. International players now make up a significant number of NBA rosters and stars, in contrast to the past when American players predominated the vast majority of NBA teams and rosters. In this video, we will investigate the primary contributors to the rise of international players in the NBA, as well as the effects that these players have had on the league as a whole. Growth opportunities for international players. The improvement of player development systems in countries other than the United States is one of the key factors contributing to the flood of international talent. In order to foster the development of great basketball players at a young age, a number of nations, including Spain, France, Argentina, and others, have built elite youth academies and competitive leagues. Because of the earlier and more intense exposure to higher levels of coaching, training, and competition that these programs provide, players are better prepared for the NBA. In comparison to players who came from other international systems, those who now enter the NBA with more developed talents and bodies that are more physically prepared have come via these international systems. In addition, the NBA has implemented new initiatives, such as the formation of overseas scouting bureaus, with the goal of identifying the most promising up-and-coming players at an earlier age before they are eligible for the NBA draft. The NBA has been inundated with more alternatives of outstanding international prospects as a result of improvements made to the process of identifying and developing international players. Overcoming obstacles and preconceived ideas. During the 1990s and 2000s, the first big wave of international stars to have success in the NBA helped tear down barriers and preconceptions that had previously limited the options available to foreign players. The success of non-American players in the NBA, such as Hakeem Olajuwon, Detlef Schrempf, and Vlade Divac, amongst others, demonstrates that players from other countries are capable of achieving the same level of success as their American counterparts. This early success demonstrated to general managers and coaches that a player's nationality does not define the player's talent, which paved the path for other international stars to emerge. The notion that international players are only capable of performing certain fundamental roles has been debunked in recent years thanks to the success of players in the NBA such as Dirk Nowitzki, Pau Gasol, Manu Ginobili, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who have won championships and been named most valuable players despite having played a variety of positions and expanded the roles that are open to international players. The elimination of these mental obstacles has led to an increase in openness on the part of teams to scout and sign overseas talents based on their skills rather than their preconceived notions of them. Internationalization of basketball in the world. Basketball has evolved into a truly global sport over the course of several decades, with significant professional and national team tournaments forming in a number of countries throughout the world. The inclusion of basketball in the program of the Summer Olympics in 1936, the growth of IBA championships such as the Eurobasket and the Basketball World Cup, and the development of significant professional leagues outside of the United States all contributed to the sport's globalization and subsequent rise in popularity. As a result of the increased visibility of basketball around the world, an increasing number of nations have made substantial investments in the development of basketball at the national level, which has further contributed to the growth of local talent pools from which the NBA can recruit players. In addition, as the popularity of basketball has grown in many parts of the world, players from other countries have taken the court with the intention of bringing honor to their homelands while also seizing marketing opportunities afforded to them by their status as global basketball icons. Basketball's rise to mainstream appeal and increased globalization have encouraged additional countries and international players to compete at the same high level as those in the NBA. The influence that international players have had for the better. The National Basketball Association has seen a substantial improvement in both the overall league talent and the competitive balance as a result of the rising tide of international talents entering the league. In the same way that outstanding American prospects bring more elite athletes for teams to pick from, international prospects add more elite athletes to the pool, which boosts the quality of NBA rosters. The NBA's global popularity and brand have grown thanks to the league's roster of international players. The use of international stars in major markets such as Toronto, Miami, and San Antonio has helped these cities strengthen their links with fans all around the world. Additionally, International players have a favorable influence on younger prospects all around the world, motivating the subsequent generation of talent to pursue their ambitions of playing in the NBA. On the court, international stars have introduced talents and styles developed in other countries that have helped to innovate the NBA game. Because of the impact of international competition, tactical abilities such as passing, shooting, ball handling, and defensive IQ have reached previously unattainable levels. The National Basketball Association is still the most competitive basketball league in the world, and the addition of elite international players has only served to enrich the NBA's product. Prospects for the future. As we look to the future, we anticipate that the level of international involvement and influence within the NBA will only continue to expand. All indications point to international representation continuing its upward trajectory, including increased globalization of basketball, improved international player development pipelines, successful integration of former foreign stars, and strong financial and competitive incentives for NBA teams to recruit the best players from around the world. It is expected that the global talent pool for the NBA will grow as a result of an increase in the number of countries producing NBA players, as well as the growth of emerging hotbeds for basketball like Africa and Southeast Asia. The National Basketball Association and worldwide markets will strengthen their mutually advantageous partnership through the cultivation of cultural exchange through the sport of basketball. International basketball players will continue to migrate to the NBA in search of greatness for as long as the league holds its position as the preeminent destination for professional basketball players. The future seems promising for even more illustrious international players to combine their styles and push the boundaries of what is possible in the NBA. International stars. The remarkable abilities and potential of a number of up-and-coming players from outside the United States have recently drawn the attention of NBA scouts. One player that stands out is Luka Doncic, a young Slovenian phenom who has wowed the league with his remarkable scoring, court vision, and basketball IQ. He has taken the league by storm. Doncic's ability to generate scoring opportunities for himself and his teammates has drawn similarities to legendary players like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, and his meteoric rise to popularity has made him a fan favorite. Doncic's ability to create scoring opportunities for himself and his teammates has drawn comparisons to legendary players like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Another player who is making waves around the world is Canadian guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. His versatility, ability to handle the ball, and scoring prowess have given him a reputation as one of the most promising young talents in the league. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an international sensation. Because of his fluid playing style and his ability to lead his teammates on the court, Gilgeous-Alexander has emerged as the central figure in the Oklahoma City Thunder's efforts to rebuild. Deandre Ayton, a brilliant big man from the Bahamas, has already established himself as a powerful force in the paint. He is the last player on our list. Ayton's quickness, shot-blocking prowess, and rebounding proficiency have been crucial for the Phoenix Suns' rebirth, which has culminated in an appearance in the NBA Finals. These international rising stars not only illustrate the global aspect of the sport, but also represent the future of the NBA. They motivate young basketball players all over the world to have lofty goals and put in a lot of effort in order to reach the highest levels of competition in their sport. Over the course of the last several decades, a fertile environment has formed overseas, which, when paired with changes in attitudes inside the NBA, has made it possible for an increasing number of international players to enter and flourish at the highest level in the world's leading basketball league. The advancement of international development systems, the breaking down of barriers by pioneering foreign stars, the expansion of basketball's popularity around the world, and incentives for all parties have all contributed to this transformation. The NBA's competition and overall product have both benefited from the influx of international talent, which has also contributed to the league's increased brand influence across the globe. If we go into the future, there is every indication that internationalization will play an even more significant role in the NBA's basketball culture and prosperity in the years to come as the globalization of the sport continues. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.